Good morning. My name is Pat Cavanaugh. I publish the Rockdale News, and we're glad to have today Sheriff Wiggington, who is the Sheriff of Rockdale County and has been for the past 16 years and has been in law enforcement 35 years. Is that right, Sheriff? And I have some questions on dealing with the jail. First of all, is that your number one priority?
Basically, the jail is one big part of that, but I would say probably my biggest challenge and concern is to keep Rockdale safe in the law enforcement aspect of the job.
Sheriff, on one of the forums in the primary, one of your opponents that said that his concern was you weren't involved in the community and he thought that the sheriff should be more involved. It kind of puzzled me because I certainly see you around, but I don't know what perception that why you would have that perception. But what is your thoughts about being involved in the community, and what are some of the things that you do as the sheriff to bring the sheriff's department into the community?
Right. Well, obviously I've been with the sheriff's office for 35 years, and I'm only 53, so I'm not too old. I've still got some time left. But I've always been a part of the community. I've patrolled the county for 35 years, so I know it very well. But I've also always gone to any type of county meetings that are being conducted. I go to homeowners meetings. We have deputies that go out and conduct neighborhood watch programs and go to community events in neighborhoods, and I try to attend most of those. So I really don't know where that criticism comes from, because I like not many people anymore have a listed telephone in the phone book that's my home phone number, and I've never had an unlisted number. I got an email at 5 o'clock this morning from a lady that was concerned about an incident going on. So I've always tried to stay in touch. I have an open door policy. If somebody shows up at my office, if I'm there, they're welcome to come see me. If not, they can call back or set up a time, and I'll be glad to meet with them.
Do you have an active program that's involved on allowing the prisoners or using the prisoners
We do.
Can you explain that a little bit? What happened?
Excuse me. In 1998, I went to Maricopa County, which is where Joe Arpaio, the supposedly toughest sheriff in America, is out near Phoenix, or in Phoenix. And I toured his jails, and I saw how he did the work details. And his prisoners wear the black and white stripes. And I came back, and probably in '99 we implemented the black and white stripes, and we did create one work detail. Excuse me, and that's when one deputy and about 10 prisoners get in a van and they go out and work, and they pull a trailer with all the equipment. And a few years later, the commissioners approached me and said, this is a good program, you're getting a lot of work done for one person. And they gave me the money to start a second work detail. And there's actually, I would like to create more of those, because for the cost of one deputy, you get the work of 10 people.
If you kind of had a carte blanche to be able to do whatever you wanted to do to the sheriff's department today and said, look, I have extra money and I'm just going to go do this because this will make us better, what would that be?
Well, number one, the sheriff does not control salaries. That's something that's done by the Board of Commissioners. But if I had carte blanche, the first thing I would do is give my employees a raise, because it's been 5 years since they've had one. A deputy starts out at $31,000 a year, and unfortunately, if you started 5 years ago at $31,000, you're still making $31,000. Jail deputy starts out at $30,000. So that would be one thing. Of course, there's many other things that we'd like to do, but we lose a lot of good deputies going to other places just because we have not kept up with the salaries and paid them. And a lot of them are not able to support their families on that amount of money.
I'm going to let you tell the folks in about 2 minutes or less anything that you may want to tell them other than what I've asked you, and feel comfortable doing it, okay?
All right, sure. Well, I am Jeff Wiggington. I'm the sheriff, and I've been the sheriff for the last 16 years. I started with the sheriff's office when I was 17 years old as a radio operator, and I met my wife at the sheriff's office. She worked in the office part-time. I have 3 sons. One's a state trooper, one's a Marine, and one's in construction. I've always lived in Rockdale County. We moved out of Atlanta when I was about a year old. This started out as a very small county and fairly small job as a sheriff. When I started, we had about 30 employees and about 30 inmates in jail. Today we have 300 employees and about anywhere from 500 to 600 people in jail. So, and we have an $18 million budget, and that's grown considerably over the years, mostly because of the jail. But it's a very big job. I'm very comfortable doing it. I've done it for a long time, but I can't take credit for that myself. If I didn't have a great command staff and hardworking employees that work with me and really put their heart and soul into this job, then it wouldn't be as successful as it is. So I would just say that I've enjoyed being the sheriff. I would like to continue doing that. Still too young to retire. Want to stay around a little bit longer, and I ask for everyone's vote in November.
Sheriff, it's been an honor. Thank you, sir.
Very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.